team who performs well in the groups never, ever, ever goes far. This competition showed that there's literally no such thing as a small team. I usually go for the bold predictions, but
I can't back that. I can't back that.
Honestly, I'm a bit scared of predicting who's going to win that game.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Afcon quarterfinals preview with our main African expert, Idris. How are you, mate?
How are you, mate? I'm good.
Mate,
Exciting season.
Yeah. I mean, Afcon's been crazy so far with a lot of shit, but the football's been great, to be honest. This is like, I think, bro, the goals in the semi-final were actually insane, bro.
Yeah, I think we had a lot of like penalty shootouts, but other than that, the free kicks, the long shot goals, they're all like technically really, really good. It was really good joy to watch.
Cameroon being corrupt, all the COVID tests, bro. What else do you want, bro?
No, it's tough. It's a very tough environment to play in, but it's good. We get a lot of drama. We get a lot of like spectacle. It's good.
And we're waiting for those bold predictions, Idris.
I come with those bold predictions.
Mate, you never disappoint. Right, but
no, I actually successfully, my ad predicted that Ivory Coast and Nigeria, despite a strong start, will get knocked out in the first qualifying round.
Yeah, and they both.
Exactly, and just
super shit as well.
First rule of Afcon: team who performs well in the groups never, ever, ever goes far.
Depends what it is. Cameroon and Senegal are balling, but
yeah, well, I mean, they were born in the group stage, and now Senegal, I think, are going to go far because one win and 2 ties.
Right. Well, let's start with Senegal then. Their game against Equatorial Guinea, Senegal were actually pretty bad against Cape Verde. Like they won 2-0, but like it was so jammy, bro.
It was. I mean, they honestly needed the help of 2 red cards to score the first goal. There was a bit of controversy around the fact that they were 1-0 up, dominating, and then Mane, who had like a big concussion scare, then started like crumbling down on the pitch and going off the pitch injured and started going to the hospital. So a lot of people saying he wasn't getting taken care of and they should have like subbed him off earlier.
Yeah, because Cape Verde took off their keeper, which is logic. But Senegal didn't do anything. I mean,
yeah, because Cape Verde's keeper got a red with the
it was so funny because like he was so annoyed.
Yeah, no, it was. He really did not want to come off the pitch. It was pretty funny. In my expert opinion, it was a goal scoring opportunity, but I don't know. On the VAR, you could see that the defender came back. The keeper wasn't really the last man, so it should not have been a red card for me.
Yeah, and like he was playing the ball.
It's not really intentional. I mean, who in the right man with intention would go and knock his head against someone else's head, you know?
No,
but yeah, it is what it is.
But it's the Afcon rules of different rules, you know?
But yeah, apart from that, they struggled till the very, very end.
Yeah.
So they needed help with those red cards. Even in the groups, we saw offensively, it's not as spicy as we expected. It relies a lot of individualities. But you have to say, they're the only team still in the competition that hasn't conceded a single goal.
True. And that's like, it's basically going to be their whole thing till the end. They probably have the best defense in the CAN, like even on paper and in the real thing. But they haven't really my problem with Senegal, bro, they haven't faced any good teams yet. And it's not looking like they're going to face a good team either. I mean, Equatorial Guinea, like, it's shaky.
But I read a stat that said that since the 2017 Afcon, Senegal, I think, only conceded 6 goals at Afcon, all of which came against Algeria.
That's brutal.
But defensive solidity is good. They say offense wins games, defense wins championships. So
no, it's facts. And they have enough talent up front. Well, that was my second question: do we know if Mane is going to be available for the game or not?
Yeah. He took a picture at the hospital. I think hopefully he's all good.
All right. I mean, do you give Equatorial Guinea any chance whatsoever or not?
I mean, I mean, this competition showed that there's literally no such thing as a small team. I mean, and literally anything can happen. Equatorial Guinea beat the title holders Algeria, which knocked them out. So, but you know, Senegal plays
so far. Algeria, Mali.
But Senegal play sloppy. They play scrappy, and that's what you need to win Afcon games. So I still think Senegal's going to go through. If they do not, then their manager is going to get sacked.
Like he's already, if he doesn't win Afcon, he's probably already going to get sacked. To be honest.
Yeah.
Because like they have the best team ever.
Basically. Yeah, he's been here for, I'm pretty sure, like 4 years, something like that. And people were expecting a lot from him. So.
All right, so you're going to Senegal, going to the semis.
Yeah, I like the underdogs, but I mean, I also really hate Equatorial Guinea, so I'm gonna have to get Senegal the edge.
Objective, we like that. We like that. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go Senegal. I'm gonna go Senegal as well. I mean, I think maybe it will be like really jammy. Maybe Senegal will get through in extra time. It'll be like 0-0, and then like 1-0 extra time win or something.
Yeah, I think that's a good result, or like a 1-0 pen or something like that.
Yeah, that wouldn't make sense for Guinea.
Yeah, keep in mind that also. Oh wait, never mind.
Okay.
I was gonna say Equatorial Guinea don't have their main keeper because they had a red, but that was Cape Verde.
To be fair, their sub keeper wasn't that bad. Like he had a couple decent stops. But
yeah, he conceded.
It won't be ideal. All right. Well, next game we'll talk about is Gambia versus Cameroon. Now, Cameroon had a really controversial game against Comoros. You know, there's a story about the keepers. But Comoros still put up like a really good fight. Cameroon ended up winning 2-1 anyway. I'd say Cameroon, you can kind of parallel with Senegal. They were more impressive in the group stages, but so far hasn't been amazing in the knockout stages.
Yeah, well, as opposed to Senegal, who are, I think, as of now in the remaining teams, the worst offense but the best defense. Cameroon is the best offense and the worst defense. Yeah. I mean, when you look against the game against Comoros, even at 10v11, I mean, Cameroon were scared. I mean, even Onana, he's a bit fragile in defense. I don't know. The defensive
game time for Onana, but I
think their defensive fragility, I think, is gonna come back and haunt them.
Right, they need to put in the starting lineup. That's
one thing to mention though is, surprisingly, let's see if it still holds. But as of today, all of Gambia's squad has tested negative for COVID. So the first time we've seen that for one of the Cameroon opponents, but we'll see if it sticks.
What is it? The game on Saturday, isn't it? Isn't that the
on Saturday? So today, 48 hours, was their official COVID test. So normally all of them is able to play. I think maybe Cameroon, following the controversy last game, decided maybe to stop on their falsifying.
They'll buy the ref next game. Yeah. But okay, then going on to Gambia, then I didn't watch that last game, but it looked to be a pretty crazy game as they kind of all are. But
it was clean 1-0 win. I mean, Guinea without Naby Keita really weren't dangerous. It was just a stale game up until like the last 10 minutes. And then Gambia is a team that plays a lot on the counters. And their defensive solidity is very impressive. They defend really well as a block. And they just, once they get the ball, they just start running up top. They break really fast. And even from 30 yards, they won't be afraid to shoot. If they have a shot opportunity, they'll take it. So sometimes it's a bit too sloppy in the attack, but sometimes it works. So
given what you said about Cameroon's defense, they could have a couple chances.
Yeah, I think if they play the long shots and then maybe a rebound or two, because Onana hasn't been really keeping the ball in the recent games, I think that could be their gameplay.
Yeah, and everything draws to this game being like a pretty high scoring one too. Because if Cameroon's got the best attack and their defense is kind of shit, maybe Abu Bakar gets a brace, but it could be crazy.
I mean, I wouldn't be so sure. I mean, look at the Comoros game. It was against 10 men, a keeper that was a defender, and the first goal took a Camish goal. I'm sorry, but a real keeper saves it.
Yeah, definitely.
Keeper did his best, but a real keeper saves it. Second one, keeper comes out earlier, saves it as well. So I mean,
yeah, maybe
maybe
it could.
It was just maybe a one game, but I think because Gambia were really solid, I actually see this going to like a 1-0 extra time or 1-0 80th minute, a Boubacar header or something like that.
Ooh, so you're still going for Cameroon then, winning this one?
Yeah, I think Cameroon will edge.
Okay. No upsets yet, Idris. A bit disappointing, not gonna lie. But nah, no, mate. You said Cameroon. You can't back out now.
Yeah. The thing is, now that I think of it, I usually go for the bold predictions, but now I think of it, the rest of the games, I'm not going to be making bold predictions either. So
no, because
maybe they are over.
Yeah, Gambia. Maybe if Cameroon really have a bad night up front, they could have a chance. But I think the Gambia game plan definitely is get lucky with like a Nana mistake and get like the first goal and then park the bus.
I mean, Gambia, I think, have been one of the best teams tactically all tournament. I mean, they managed to get a 1-0 win against Mauritania in their first ever Afcon game. Then they got a draw to Mali, which we thought they were going to be good. They beat Tunisia. They beat Guinea. So Gambia haven't lost a game yet. And tactically, they've been very, very good.
Okay. Okay, Cameroon's edges out. I don't know. You started to kind of convince me with those Gambia results in the end.
I mean, it's close to me. I think Gambia have a good 1/3 chance of winning, of going through that game.
Well, just for the sake of it, I'll put Gambia winning. Cameroon shock defeat going out, and Gambia semi-finalists. But I'm saying it right now.
All right.
And okay, now to the serious games. Egypt, Morocco then. So quick recap. Egypt beat Ivory Coast on pens. Again, pretty scrappy game. Maybe Ivory Coast can be kind of let down since they got a red card, is that it? Or no, didn't their keeper come off or something? I
forgot. Egypt keeper got injured. Got injured.
Yes, the other way around.
No red cards. The weird thing about that game is that Ivory Coast, Egypt, it finished 0-0 after extra time. But it was, I think, the game where both teams had the most chances in the whole competition. I think both keepers, Ivory Coast keeper had to make 6 saves, and Egypt's main keeper, before he got subbed off, had to make 7 saves. And the competition average per game is 2.5 saves. So that tells you how much they had to be alert. I think if I read something correctly, both teams had expected goals of over 2. Okay, and the game still finished 0-0. So despite it being just a simple stale draw, the game itself was pretty interesting.
Yeah, it was much more.
Okay. After beating Algeria, people expected a lot from Ivory Coast. But as I said, if you do well in the group stages, doesn't mean anything. The knockout round is a whole different competition.
Yeah.
All you need is experience.
Let's not forget, Egypt is you said before the tournament.
Yeah. Before the tournament, I mean, it's easy to say now, but I've got the truth. But I did call Egypt as the tournament winners just because they're not that good. They got that one player that can make the difference, but just their team with experience.
Don't discount.
Yeah, but I just think that they're a team with experience. They've been to this competition a record number of times. They've won it a record number of times. They've just got the experience to get the job done. The 1-0 wins
Salah's on a mission as well.
Like that.
Salah's on a mission. Like he's already got like the legend status in Egypt, and if he gets to Afcon, bro, he's like,
it's the only missing trophy for him.
Yeah, but yeah, practically is, to be honest.
I think the FA Cup as well.
Oh yeah, shit, yeah. Oh, who knows? This year could be the year then. Right. So that's Egypt and Morocco, though. They've honestly, personally, I found to be the most impressive team in the Afcon so far. They beat Malawi 2-1, but it was like much more impressive than like the 2-1 it was. There's so much quality on every line. They've destroyed every team so far, basically. I mean, I'll say again, they're my favourites to actually win it from now on. What do you make of them?
I think that's a fair shout. I mean, they went down to Gabon twice and to Malawi, and then both times they came back. Yeah. So I mean, that shows real resilience and mental game. But yeah, I agree. I think they got a good team. A bit of controversy in the beginning with coach Vahid leaving out the superstars like Bazraoui and Ziyech, but he did so to assure like the team collective, the team chemistry, and as of now, it looks like it paid off.
Yeah, I don't think Boufal would have had as good of a tournament if Ziyech. Yeah.
I mean, Boufal usually is like for some Morocco, he's a super sub.
Yeah.
He never performs. He never performed for Morocco as a starting lineup player, but now he had to step up. He did it well. It offered also a lot of spotlight for some of their players. For example, Sofiane Amrabat is now probably heading to Spurs as a result of his nice performances Afcon so far. I think they're a good team. Defensively, one of the best defensive lines. They got a really strong and physical midfield, and very, very technical and sneaky offense. Yeah, I think it's really fun to watch.
They have one of the best keepers with Mendy in the tournament.
Yeah, they do.
For them, the matchup against Egypt, it's annoying because I feel like Egypt's probably the worst team Morocco could face.
Yeah, just because I think if it was Ivory Coast Morocco, there'd be no question that it'd be Morocco, just because
for sure.
Morocco are good against the teams who play like kind of like Algeria. Like once they play against a team who parks the bus a lot, that's where it gets hard. But once they play a team with a lot of space, who play the ball as well, and Egypt they mostly play on a counter. They don't really keep possession, so I feel like it's going to be tough for Morocco and for Egypt. Honestly, I'm a bit scared of predicting who's going to win that game because it could really go either way.
It could kind of resume. I mean, I know they don't exactly play on the same flank, but it's kind of the Hakimi versus Salah game.
Yeah.
Sort of. It's like that's going to debate the whole thing. If Hakimi locks him down.
No, Salah's going to play on the other side.
Yeah. That's why, like, sort of, but.
Yeah. But I agree, it's going to be tough. Predictions for that game.
Are you going to back your Moroccan brothers, Idris?
I mean, I don't want to let my Moroccan friends down, but I've also had Egypt as my competition winners in the beginning. If Morocco win, I think that means they're destined to go to the final and make a 2004 remake against Tunisia.
That would be amazing, bro. That would be
but
amazing.
I still think Egypt might edge this one out. I think Egypt will edge this one out, lose in the semis to Cameroon, and then lose in the World Cup playoff qualifiers in March.
Yeah.
They'll win this big game, and then I just feel like they'll crumble and they won't find their form again.
Going to choke it out.
I think so.
Big deal. Now I've got Salah crashing out. Going back into our FPL lineups, mate. No. I've got Morocco. I think it's actually going to be. I think it'll be the other way around, bro. it's like going to be an impressive Morocco win. Because I think like this is their statement game. Like they've been impressive so far, but I don't know. Some people saying like, yeah, against Algeria, it was fluky, etc.
Morocco in 18 years. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was 18 years. In 18 years, keep in mind that Afcon is every 2 years. So that means out of 9 tournaments, I mean, 2 of which I think they were banned for, but out of 9 tournaments, they've only got past the group stages twice, and both times, I think it was against Ghana since 2004. Yes, since 2004, they've only gone past the group stages twice, and both times they lost in the first round against Ghana and Benin. So now that they beat Malawi, a lot of the like Moroccan people have hope. They'd be like, oh, the curse has been lifted and stuff. We can actually go all the way. So I mean, I hope they do, but it's going to be a tough one.
Not this year for you then. Okay, Egypt. I'm going to go for Morocco because it's their tournament. This is their statement game, and I'm telling you, they're going to make it. I want the Tunisia Morocco final, bro. I want it.
True. If Egypt do make it to the final, they've had a tough path. Having Nigeria in the groups, having Ivory Coast round of 16, Morocco, probably Cameroon in the semis. Egypt would really have only faced big teams, but we'll see how it is.
Okay, well now we'll talk about the biggest game of the lot. Of course, the one that everyone's waiting for, the Tunisia Burkina Faso. Now we'll start talking about Burkina Faso first, and then Tunisia. So Burkina Faso was won on pens, a great game against Gabon. They were pretty impressive in that game, to be fair. It was kind of all over the place, but offensively Traore was really carrying that team. I
think if they had lost to Gabon, they could have only blamed themselves.
Yeah,
just because they were 1-0 up. 1-0 up, had so many opportunities. Honestly, they'd be hitting themselves in the foot if they were gone out. But
they got lucky in the end.
They got lucky in the end.
It's like a big emotional booster win,
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think they played well. They're a very dangerous team who plays well on the counters as well. They've got a very physical and at the same time technical midfield. They've got Kabore on the right back. He's a Man City loanee at Istak, who really, really runs fast and just overlaps a lot. He's going to be really dangerous. So it's going to be tough.
Yeah, it's a shame that Traore is their star man because he's that type of player like Adama Traore at Wolves. He's got the skills and the pace and everything. Then the finishing product half the time is dreadful. But enough about Burkina. Let's talk about Tunisia, mate. It's been a wild tournament since the first day of the whole referee drama and everything. I'll let you talk about it.
Honestly, it is a crazy campaign. Tunisia, I say over and over, but have the craziest Afcon campaign. And I think it was in 2015 when we got knocked out by Equatorial Guinea, who were the host country. And then they found out that the ref was then corrupted and he was then suspended because of really, really, really dodgy decisions. Then 2017, we lost to Burkina Faso, our dark horses. 2019, we lost to Senegal in the semis after really weird refereeing decisions as well. We missed a pen, scored an own goal in extra time. Yeah, we've had a bit of blunders in Afcon. In this tournament, first game, lose to Mali. Second game, convincing win to Mauritania. They will lose to Gambia. Qualify thirds. End up facing Nigeria, who had won 3 out of 3. Favorites to win the competition. But we had 12 COVID cases in the team. Half of the first team was out. But, tactical masterclass. 0-0 at halftime. Then out of the box. Then long shot. Just curler, that's it. And then park the bus. Solid defensive. That's all we need.
Yeah. to be honest, it was a pretty convincing win. Like, given the situation you guys were in, like, you couldn't have done much better than that. So,
yeah, I think it really shows that Tunisia shouldn't be underestimated, and they can really trouble the big teams. But at the same time, they've lost against the small teams. So I really, really think that Tunisia could beat any team on the continent. The only team that can beat them is themselves. I really think so.
Well, it's kind of talking like favorites right there.
No. I'm just saying they showed against Nigeria. Well, I'm sorry, but I had like Chukwueze, Moses Simon. We barely seen them all game because they were double marked every time, and it really shows that Tunisia really knows how to like suffocate their opponents, and it's like a gift that comes with experience in these tournaments. And they could go all the way, but we've seen them be disappointed against a small team, so no one knows what could happen.
Did you have the same starting lineup against Mauritania then against Gambia, or was it different?
No, Wabi Kazri was out.
Yeah, well, they links perfectly what I was about to say, bro. Kazri is the piece of this team. He's like, if you get that same energy you had in the Mauritania game, bro. I mean, I know it's Mauritania, but still, I think you do that against Burkina Faso, they have no chance.
Yeah, I think he is the playmaker. I think just his through balls to his partnership with Jaziri, who makes the runs, is good. On free kicks, he's very important. He was important on pens as well, but not anymore.
Yeah, Kazri is all about confidence, though. When he has one good game, he'll have about his 5 next games will all be world class as well. Like, I think it's always been the case at Saint-Etienne as well.
Yeah, I think you're right. Kazri might be the real key to this game against Burkina Faso.
Because then what we saying, Idris? Easy win for Tunisia or not?
No, Burkina Faso really are dark horses, but I mean, I have to go for Tunisia.
Yeah, you have.
For Egypt, I think Tunisia's winning now, but I think it's gonna be harder than the Nigeria game, and that's saying a lot.
Yeah.
Just because coming off from a big win, being like, oh, we're playing a team who almost lost to Gabon, Burkina Faso.
Well,
people might not take it that seriously, you know. Nigeria
could go in your way. Maybe I want to say Burkina Faso players are a bit tired, like physically and emotionally from their last game.
I mean, they've had like a week rest, so I think it's not. I thought about that, but I just don't think the extra time comes into it as much as we thought. But
and I guess they don't have
Tunisia.
That.
Tunisia love a game where they're the underdogs.
True.
Against Nigeria, against Ghana and Afcon 2019, they just love this kind of game. So I think now that they showed against Nigeria what they can do, everyone will be expecting them to like do the same against Burkina Faso, and that might not be a good situation. But
you've got.
I still think Tunisia's edging ahead. I think a 2-1 win with a pen scored in extra time, just for the irony.
Like Kazri or not? Kazri scored in the pen.
No, probably not Kazri.
No, I can't back that.
Probably Maloul if he's on the pitch at left back, or maybe Kazri. We'll have to see.
All right, yeah, bold. I'm going for Tunisia too, bro. Got to back it. Yeah, because we potentially could have some crazy semis, bro.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, you know, Burkina Faso have only they kind of a team that goes all in or nothing.
Yeah.
Like they've only passed the group stages at Afcon 3 times, 2 of which when they went to the semis, and 1 when they went to the final. So like when they pass the group stage, they go far. So.
Yeah, but what's that stat you showed me the other day saying, like, wasn't it last time Tunisia beat Nigeria, they won the Afcon or something like that?
Yeah, that's true. Last time Tunisia beat Nigeria, it was the Afcon 2004 semi-finals. It was on pens, but Then Tunisia went on to win. So
yeah, that's all you need to hear.
Historical stats going in the favor of both teams. So we'll just have to see.
Right, mate. So if we recap, you've got Senegal going through, Cameroon going through, Egypt going through, and Tunisia going through. So sort of the 4 favourites-ish. Maybe not Egypt.
Yeah, maybe not Egypt, but yeah.
All right, I got Senegal, Gambia, Morocco, and Tunisia. Right, we'll see who's the real expert, mate, at the end of this.
We'll see. I mean, I think surprises like Gambia and stuff, they're nice in the beginning. Oh, you knock out Guinea. Oh, it's nice. Equatorial Guinea knock out Mali. But I mean, there's a point where it just stops.
My theory is that there's always at least one surprise semi-finalist in big tournaments. Whether it be Denmark or when was Croatia, or there's always one nation you never expect. But it's based off not much, but
yeah.
But okay, well, I hope we can do the previews for the semis with Tunisia still in it. Otherwise, probably won't do. But
exciting games are at 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. local time on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
So
local time, as in that's UK time.
That's Cameroon time.
Okay, right, Cameroon time. Okay.
So like same as French time.
Okay. Well, that was our previews. Can we say? We'll not even say predictions. Well, that was our what's going to happen in the following days. So I hope you guys liked it, and probably see you for the semis.
Make sure you leave your own predictions in the comments, boys.
Oh, of course,
and girls.
And like and subscribe, of course, all day.
Obviously.
Right, bye-bye.